Alright, I hope everyone is doing fantastic today. And in this video, we're going to be breaking down a lot of the character kits in Etheria Restart, mainly the SSRs, and kind of get a good grasp on the meta. Now, there are some SSRs that I did kind of omit. The main ones that I talked about are the ones that will be very meta useful. I did want to kind of center it around a more PvP discussion, but many of these units will be very good in PvE also for sure. So I was just kind of looking around, seeing what people were saying, and we will kind of be going through the best units from what I saw. Many I've already read, but some I also kind of forgot. So we're going to be going through all of that, and it's going to get me prepared while also getting you guys prepared if you want to watch through the full video. Now, of course, it is a long video. There's going to be timestamps to check out your favorite character, so please feel free to do that in this video for sure. So we're going to be going through Freyas, Borgnes, Rosas. We're going to be going through Tsukiyo Mi. We're going to be going through Helkids. We're going to be going through Doki Doki. We're going to be going through Massiah. We're going to be going through Heinrich, if I could find my guy, Heinrich. We're going to be going through Tiamat. We're going to be going through Rahu. Where's Rahu? There he is. We're going to be going through Lily. Where's Lily? I don't know where Lily is. Lily, there she is. We're going to do Beyontin. I know, yep, there she is. We're going to do Lingluo. We're going to do Veronika, and then we're also going to finish off with Sania. So there should be timestamps, and whichever unit or whichever design fascinates you, just feel free to use the timestamp to just go to them to see if they're like your type of unit, or just to kind of get a feel for them, like for the overall meta, how they're going to be useful. And we're going to do all that. Not going to go through every unit kit because then it would be a bit too long, but we are doing a good amount of the kits today. And my focus for this one is I was checking essentially kind of which units were good in PvP. And this is essentially the overall kind of consensus on the very good units that you're going to be seeing a lot in PvP. So without further ado, like the video if you are new, or if you're watching from my previous content. For you guys who are new, the only other PvP game I've really played as a turn-based game was Black Clover Mobile. Now, if you know anything about Black Clover Mobile, let's just say the meta was a lot more ass than this was on launch. This launch for Etheria Restart, basically every one of these units is usable, which is insane. Like, I'm not used to that shit, so this is going to be very good. And just to keep in mind, if you don't know anything about ER, it is a 100 pity. Units on that are limited, for example, Freya, our first limited unit, is going to be on the standard banner on launch. And there's no weapon banner, so no weapons. It is shells, but there are technically weapons, but they're grindable. All right, let's go into it now. And we're going to start with Freya. So her design, honestly, one of my favorites. Very good design, very good colors, very good effects. And we're going to open the character stats. Best thing about Pride Win, and Freya is essentially the second quickest unit. I'm going to guess this is completely maxed, considering max skills and everything. And yeah, no, 131 is going to definitely be really good, considering what she does. So here we go. Passives are usually hidden in the skill 1 or 2 from what I'm seeing. So this is her passive, right? Now, her passive is Dream Inducer. Increases a teammate's 4% turn meter, or depending on which game you come from, like action gauge, stamina, mobility, right? Basically, when you get that to 100%, you take your turn, and to get it quicker, either things like this, or the higher your speed, the quicker you'll get it. So get 4% turn meter each time an ally receives a buff, and knocks back an enemy's 4% turn meter without considering resistance. Bro, this is insane. This is insane. What the fuck? Okay, each time they receive a debuff, triggering a maximum of 3 times per turn. Really good. That means 12% total. And in the videos, like, I've already gotten myself accustomed with Freya's kit, but in the videos, like, you'll see it just knocks it back so fucking far. And even crazier, Freya gains double the Dream Inducer effects when receiving buffs and applying debuffs. So when she's the one debuffing or buffing, then it becomes 2 times, meaning up to 24%, which is why she's so crazy. Now, her skill 1, so it's single target, 2 times 130, with a 60% chance on the first hit to grant random ally Dreamweave for 2 turns, and a 30% chance on the second hit to apply Nightmare for 2 turns. So Dreamweave is, when inflicted with a debuff, consumes 1 stack to purify, stacking up to 3 times. And this is going to be really good. Guys, this meta is very I guess, not reliant, but there's a lot of debuffs present. I mean, in the same skill, we got debuff. Takes Nightmare, makes it so that you take 15% more damage when you have it on you. And when attacked, heals the attacker by 15% of the damage they dealt. So already, she slows the enemies, speeds you up, makes the enemies take more damage, heals you, and cleanses. Bro, it's insane. Now here, AoE defense application for 60% boost and gives Dreamweave to all allies for 2 turns, and you have an 80% chance to get an additional stack, which means most units are going to get the 60% defense buff and then also 2 Dreamweave stacks, which is just going to be really good because when you have both buffs, I mean, essentially, you should also get 4% turn meter twice, which means you're getting, actually, with defense, there's basically an 80% chance you just get the 12% turn meter. And since she's the one applying the buffs, this should work to where this is a 24% because since she's applying buffs, it means it's going to gain double the Dream Inducer effects. Which is so crazy to think about that just the skill 2, it works so perfectly with the Dream Inducer because you could get 3 buffs and immediately get the 12% turn meter that you need, essentially 24, while making it so you basically have a free cleanse for a future attack and the defense. Huge. Now then, the alt is a attack buff, which the attack buff is insane. Now, first of all, obviously, we have to consider a couple things. It's an attack buff for 40% AoE, so everyone's getting this, and then you're doing an AoE 4 hits of 65% damage. Now, the crazy part is each hit has a 30% chance to inflict a 2-turn Nightmare. And remember, Nightmare makes them take 15% more damage, and then they also heal. Now, how this should work, it's a 2-turn. I need to see, I think the wording on Nightmare is a bit off, because I think it would essentially like basically when an enemy gets hit and they have Nightmare, like it would use up a stack, but I'm not sure on that. We'll have to see when we actually try Freya out. But giving the attack plus the Nightmare is going to be nice. More damage taken, increase your attack, and you're buffing yourself, so everyone's getting a 4% turn meter increase. And then you have 4 chances, because it's 4 hits, to apply this 30%. So the enemies could maybe lose 8 or 12 turn meter in 1 turn, which is going to make it a significant difference. And because she's giving a buff, I believe there's a chance she's actually also going to activate this. Sorry, not that, this. Gains double the Dream Inducer effects. So Freya is going to be very good. Her stats overall seem nice. How is her HP looking? So her HP's a bit lower, like, okay. I mean, she is a support. We have to keep that in mind. How's her defense looking? Oh, she's pretty low, isn't she? Where is she? Hold on. What's her defense? Freya is at, oh no, 974 actually is pretty good. I guess I skipped it. Yeah, no, that's not bad. Attack doesn't really matter, but it would be pretty funny. Okay, I know, she's definitely low. So overall, this guy, I saw Borgne and I was so ready to talk about him, but we're still on Freya. So she's going to be very good. Very, very good. Definitely one of the top units on launch, I would say, pretty much guaranteed. I mean, I feel like even for grinding, she's going to be good because she gives you the attack buff, makes the enemies take more damage, and makes your turns go quicker. Like, this immediately might just give you 24% turn meter just right away. So it's going to be pretty interesting to see how she works in the whole meta. But I would say, at least for RTA and PvP, this girl is going to be very, very good. Now, Borgne, honestly, out of the new units, he had my favorite design. I don't remember if it was Borgne or another unit. Let me actually go check. It was not Borgne. I don't even think he's here yet, the one that I was going to talk about. But it did remind me of Zhang Liao from Wuthering Waves. But anyway, Borgne, yeah, it was not Borgne. How the fuck did I get Zhang Liao for? How do I even think it was Zhang Liao for Borgne? That's crazy. Anyway, Borgne is gonna be cooking, if we're being honest. I mean, we did see his stats real quick for attack, and he is the second highest, but it's like literally 4 points off. And he is also a very quick unit. 127 is definitely putting you in a very nice range, if we're being completely real. So we're gonna have to see for this guy. I will say his HP is quite low, but you're gonna see why later. I did read his kit, I'm sorry. So skill 1, 300% damage is quite high while healing 60% of the damage dealt. Now, I wouldn't say you're gonna always do insane damage with the skill 1, but it's definitely gonna be good. Now, skill 2. In the Eternal Night, a lone shadow follows the step. At the start of the battle, Borgne increases max HP by 500% of self-attack. Each attack also deals an additional damage equal to 30% of his max HP. Borgne cannot land crit hits. Oh, so he's like Choi Jong-in from Solo Leveling. Okay. So not landing crits is going to be fine. I mean, the thing is, doing an extra 30% of max HP could be pretty good, because his max HP is going to be pretty good. Like, with this in mind, if you build him full attack, obviously you will. It's going to be pretty nice. The crits, I think, lets Borgne be a rather free-to-play unit, no? Because you just go full attack, right? And then you'll be fine. Like, you don't got to go for crit. It's basically just you're going to have to try and go for speed. But it's like speed and attack shouldn't be that bad, right? Like, you go, I guess, accuracy attacks, HP, it's probably going to be how he is, but this is going to make him, like, pretty buff. Like, he's going to be pretty tanky with this, I'd say. I kind of like this. Like, it's in a way a dual scaling, but it's like his attack equals his HP, right? So we'll have to see. Now, the ult is pretty insane. When there are more than 4 enemy units alive, so 4 enemies, right? I don't know if it's 4 or more, but I'm going to guess it is. Deals 40% damage to all enemies with a 100% chance to dispel 1 buff from the target. So 1 buff is going to be decent. I'd say it's decent enough. I think for that to be really crazy, like, put that to 2, but it's still good. Now, for every 1 enemy unit reduced, deals 1 additional segment of 100% damage. This attack ignores the target's passive skill. It's gonna I'm not sure how this is gonna work with other kits, but this is gonna make it very good to where if it's like last man standing, like a 1v1, is this not just gonna be a 740% ult? Now, I just want to skip ahead. I'm pretty sure Hoyen, is she on the list? I don't think I put Hoyen on the list, but Hoyen is able to do a lot of one taps. But she also does have this. Yeah. That's the thing. So, like, when she's lower, she gets to ignore defense. She's at 480. And, like, we could say Borgne is about at the same amount, but he's going to have, like, upwards of an extra 300%. So, I know Hoyen is going to be ignoring defense, which is why she hits so hard. That is for sure. But I do want to bring up the fact that this guy's ult damage is going to be a lot higher. So, I'm interested to see his damage. But this guy, even for, like, grinding, I'd say this guy's also a new unit, guys. He's going to be insane. Now, Rosa, bro, she's going to be also crazy. So, skill 1. 3 hits, 70% damage. Final hit is a crit. Then you have a 50% chance to reduce the target's turn meter by 10%. That is actually pretty good. I think for skill 1, not bad. Now, skill 2, passive debuff. Each time Rosa lands a crit, if the target is not afflicted with Blade Heart Bloom, she inflicts a 1-turn Blade Heart Bloom on the target. Takes 15% extra damage from basic attacks. When the carrier takes a crit hit as the main target, Rosa deals a follow-up attack to them with her basic attack. This effect can only be triggered 1 time per turn. So I don't see a crazy need for this, but if you want to use this with Freya, that could be a way, right? Because you crit. It's kind of funny. You first need to crit, and then you got to have a 50% chance to get the reduction. But that 10% turn meter lower with a Blade Heart Bloom debuff is going to allow for, like, with Freya at least, to really go crazy on lowering single target. Now, I just need to reread this. Takes 15% extra damage from basic attacks. So does that mean other allies are going to make them, like, this is going to let other allies do more to this person? That's how it seems. That is how it seems. When the carrier takes a crit as the main target. So anyone. So this is just extra follow-up damage. And then it's from the basic. And I'm pretty sure how basics work in this game is it does apply the passive. So if Rosa lands a crit with this passive, that's another 10% turn meter lower. That's going to be insane. Actually going to be insane. Wow. Okay, nice. Now her ult gives all allies a crit rate buff, which is going to be huge. Crit rate buff is a 30% crit increase. And then 3 hits of 120%, with crits having a 40% chance to inflict a 2-turn speed minus on them. Now, speed minus we don't have here, but fortunately for us, we go down to buffs. Where's buffs? Hold on. Buff. Yeah, there it is. I missed it. So I want to see where speed minus is a 30% speed lower. So that's going to be pretty good, right? This, when you combo this with Freya, guys, let's be real now. This is going to be pretty nice with Freya. Alongside this, it seems like we're going to have a pretty toxic slowing meta. If you were there for Black Clover Mobile, very much like a Lotus and Mars combo, right? That's my vibes with this. It's going to be very interesting. Going to be very interesting, but I do like Rosa. Definitely one of the top units. I think if this follow-up is able to activate the passive, which from the discussions I've had with Glorp or Zyro, right? Which I think I'm going to put his link down below. It does seem like it is, so that's going to be good. Now, Tsukiyo Mi, pretty nice, right? Increases turn meter for the ally with the highest attack. Going to be decent, right? Now, skill 2 puts, well, it's an AoE based on defense. So she's based on defense, so she will be pretty tanky. 45% chance to apply silence, right? Which is also going to be decent. And then also lowers all skill cooldowns for all allies by 1 turn. Now the ult's going to be nice. Tsukiyo Mi gives the target ally 100% turn meter. Then she gets her own turn meter boosted, and then gives everyone attack and speed. So 30% speed boost and 40% attack. This ult is going to be insane. I really like her. I would definitely say she's going to be really good. Like, her with a good ass DPS is going to be crazy. Like, if you manage to get Hoyen in a really low HP setting, she's going to be shredding defense, getting an attack buff, getting an extra turn, and the enemies might be silenced. It's definitely going to be highly beneficial for you. And I do like her design. It's decent. Not the best. Not the best. No, not the best for sure. It's definitely good. It's definitely good, but not my favorite. Now, Helkid. This guy is literally steel, however you want to say it. Steel from Tawaru, from Magical Index. Basically, right? Fire. Is it fire magic? It's more like fire with a bit of black effects in it, but still, he's going to be pretty good. 126 is quite high also. Now, how he works, and he was changed. Let's see. So I think they removed the impenetrable, I guess. We'll have to see. So he has a stun. So, okay, this is going to be pretty crazy. So a single target, 50% chance to stun. And the chance is increased to 100% when Helkid has Shroud Barrier, which I'm guessing he gives himself, right? Now, what he had before was also impenetrable. So he gets, oh wow, I see the nerf actually. So when Helkid has the barrier, 45% of damage dealt is converted to Shroud Barrier. So that means he lost an extra barrier. Okay, I think that's fine. Now here, oh, maybe they added it here. Yeah, I think they added it here. Holy fuck. So they increased the damage. AoE still. You put a 2-turn attack minus. And then if Helkid has Shroud Barrier, this was not there before. I think. 50% of the damage dealt will be added to Shroud Barrier up to a maximum of 150% attack. Which is definitely higher. Because this was 45% of damage and this is 50%. But there is a cap. However, it is stronger and it is AoE. So the damage is going to be higher due to the fact that it is AoE. Keep that in mind. Now, also, the Shroud Barrier, just by the way, grants immunity against all debuffs for its duration. And by the way, so this is on Helkid, huh? Is it 2 turns? It doesn't say. It does not say. I'm guessing it's just forever until you take enough damage, is my guess. That's going to be my guess. That probably is how it works. This is an insane ad. Wow. Yeah, no, this is definitely a lot better, I'd say. Huge. Now the ult. He gets Shroud Barrier, it seems. So everyone gets Shroud Barrier. Holy, that's going to be good. That is going to be good. And it's AoE. Now, it might not seem that crazy, but of course, everyone's going to be tankier. But then, they also are debuff immune. Insane. And it's 240% of his own attack. Yeah, that's going to be pretty fucking crazy. Yeah, that's definitely going to be pretty fucking good. Yeah, Helkid's going to be insane. I really want Helkid. Now, Doki Doki, from what I remember, was OP. Back up. Before another ally, Animus affected by a debuff takes action. So, if another Animus is in a debuff state, consumes 1 stack to purify 3 debuffs from the unit. Okay. And applies 1 stack of data stream. Backup stacks up to 6 times and cannot be dispelled. So data stream, each stack increases damage dealt by 2.5 and speed by 2.5 points. up to 12 stacks. The speed increase is fucking wild. What the fuck? Okay. So if mirror matches were really a thing in RTA, Doki Doki would be like insane. So I think she's probably going to be very good in arena just because for mirror matches, it allows you, if you do have Doki Doki, to go crazier with that, right? It almost feels like a necessity. Now, you're able to, wait, consumes 1 stack and applies a stack. Okay, well, hold on. Whoa. Okay, here. Doki Doki deals 260% damage to a single enemy, and she gains 1 stack of backup on self. Okay, skill 2. Doki Doki reduces 1 allied Animus' skill cooldown by 1 turns 5 times consecutively. Okay. Alright. Each time targeting other allies with the highest total skill. Okay, it's not random. Let's just like make sure that it's like 100% effective. Jesus fuck. Okay. And applies 1 stack of data stream to them. So that's... okay, I could see why I liked her. This is my type of unit. Code reconfigure, meme restructure, the fuck? Okay. Doki Doki manipulates data turbulence to consecutively increase turn meter by 12% for 1 friendly animus 8 times. Each time choosing another allied unit with the lowest turn meter, adding 1 stack of data stream to them, and 5 stacks of backup to self. So backup 5 stacks is going to let her basically never take debuffs. Right? Or when she has debuffs, it's just never going to really matter. And she's also going to get quicker, right? Because that means every time she does go against a debuff team, well, every time she gets debuffed, boom, it's gone and increased speed. Now, the data stream on allies is very good because not only is that going to make them get the turn meter 8 times, right? 8 times, they're going to also get the extra speed and damage dealt. And it can't be dispelled. So this is going to be very good. Doki Doki is looking nice. Speed could maybe be a little higher, but after a couple turns, her speed's going to be way higher, especially after ult. Like 5 stacks is what? 12.5? So you're just instantly way higher, right? So Doki Doki is going to be goated, bro. She's definitely going to be very good. And like what? Is she not just the quickest unit in the game? Like if you consider this, she essentially is, no? Also, let me not speak on that, but very good design. Now, Massiah. Pretty sure he is a limited unit. Speed a bit lower. Attack very high. Highest attack in the game. Crit damage seems definitely a bit higher. HP seems decent enough. Defense is a little low, but not bad. Not like, I don't think it's insanely low. Let's see. Defense. What's like real? Oh, yeah, maybe his defense is a bit low. It's not horrible though. I like his HP. Where is he in the HP? He's like middle. Yeah, he's middle. That's fine. Let's see how he works though. Maybe he's got some shit. So, single target, 2 hits, 25% chance to apply vulnerable, which increases the damage they take by 30%. Now, judgment. When Massiah defeats an enemy, he gains a 1-turn invincibility. If he's already under invincibility, its duration is extended by 1 turn, triggered only 1 time per turn. Okay, invincibility is nice. The problem is killing. So if this is his main defensive mechanic, the one problem I could see is will you kill in time? Now, skill 2. Massiah creates an energy copy of his sword, dual wielding as he charges and continuously strikes the target. 3 hits of 100, so 300%. And the last hit also deals an extra 100% of the target's lost HP. Okay. This could be good, but I'm not like a huge fan of it. The extra damage also cannot exceed. Yeah, okay, whatever. Now, ult. This is going to be important, or else he's going to fall flat for me. AoE. 2 hits of 180. That's actually pretty strong. Yeah. Is it 3? Would it be 360 or 180? I actually have to ask about that. Now, this attack ignores 70% of defense. Oh, that's very good. And passives. And applies a 1-turn invincibility to himself. Okay. Actually, that's a lot better. His skill 1. The only thing I will say... I think my one thing is this might need to be higher in my opinion. If it was, he'd be very good. But no, skill 1 and skill 2, skill 3 are very good. I am not the biggest fan of his skill 2. Maybe it's going to do a lot of damage. I mean, there's definitely, he does seem like a pretty good DPS. More catered towards PvE, if anything. Correct me if I'm wrong. More catered towards PvE, but still decent, not my thing for meta. The main reason is just that skill 1, you're really relying on a team that's fine with dying if they have a reviver, and that's my thing. I'm just like, I'm not for that personally. I'm not for that. No. For pick and ban, I could see him being a good last slot in some instances. I'm not acting like he's gonna be like insane, but could he clutch up? Hell yeah. Now Heinrich, this guy, I cannot wait for him to be used with Freya. So 45% chance to block single target. Block, target cannot gain buffs. Reaper's Gaze. Each time Heinrich attacks, has a 50% chance to dispel one buff from the target. I mean, that's good. That's good. If the target has no dispellable buffs, 80% chance to inflict one stack of last words lasting 3 turns, which increases crit damage taken and the chance of taking a crit by 7%. So in my head right now, I'm very much feeling a Borgne, Heinrich, Rosa, Freya team. Now, will it work? I don't fucking know, okay? I just think it would be pretty fun. Like, for this is more of a cleave team, I'm guessing. And you'll see why later. Now, this is definitely good. Now, Rosa does want the crits, right? The crit rate. And since this could stack, definitely pretty good. Pretty good. Now, single target, 180. Then another 180 to a random enemy. And then another 180 to all enemies. If the target has no buffs to be dispelled, 2-turn wound and wound. I'm gonna send that over. All right. And now let's check out what wound is. So wound cannot receive healing is actually really good for him, because if you're in cleave, like maybe if one person lives, like what's her name, Lingluo, like you don't want that person to res. So that actually could be pretty good for the healing. Yeah, no, I do like that. And it is AoE. It is AoE because you have the AoE. Now, what, 360, oh my god, 540, I think. 180 times 3. 540. Seems pretty good. With the wound, AoE is nice. Now the thing is, only this part is AoE. This is single target and it is random. This part could fuck you over or be the best thing ever. So yeah, pretty high cooldown. Now alt, AoE and a block. So 100% damage AoE, 3 hits. Final hit having a 65% chance to put a 2-turn block, so target cannot gain buffs. Okay. And then every 1 stack of last words on the target increases the skill's crit damage by 30%. Now, why this is actually important is, oh, okay, yeah, wow, okay, because remember, this ends up being AoE, right? So you have at least 1 chance, if there is no buffs to be dispelled, right, to actually just go for it, right? And this block is actually pretty good. Like, if you're able to block and then lower the cooldown of this and then go again, then they're gonna have no buffs and you're kind of gonna be chilling, right? Because you could like go for skill 3, lower your cooldowns, go for the skill 2, right? And then go for skill 3 again. And this is going to do a shit ton of damage because the skill 2 is going to put an AoE last words. And then if you got 2 or 3 on the enemy, bro, 90% crit damage increase on literally, I think that's 300% damage. Like, it's going to be pretty good considering they will also have no buffs. But this is only a 65% chance. But why Heinrich is going to work very well, it's because, well, the wound, right, which you're able to place, and also the block, right, all this good stuff. It's going to work well with Freya. His AoE too, like here and here, both 2 AoEs. And if you're able to put debuff AoE, it's going to be very good, especially because he has his debuff like basically sewn into his kit, right? And I mean, it does look pretty good. I think him and Freya and Rosa could be a nice combo. The 4th unit, I'm not too sure. Like, I'm saying boring, but it's possible you just put someone else. Like, I could definitely say so. I do like Heinrich. He is like on the higher echelon for me personally. Now, Tiamat, from what I understand, best unit in the game. Let's reread it. I mean, I already know what she does, but let's just reread it. So, skill 1, 2 hits of damage equal to 10% of her max HP to a single enemy, consuming 8% of her current HP with each hit and adding real damage equal to 100% of the consumed amount. Pretty good. Yes, very good. Mother of Evolution shares 25% of damage taken by other allies. So it's just like equals 25% damage reduction for other allies. For every 13% max HP lost or healed, okay, gains 1 stack of bloodshed. When bloodshed reaches 8 stacks, enters ultimate form, healing 30% of max HP and immediately gaining a turn. Oh, so this is her other skill 1. Okay, I think that's when she gets her in her ultimate form. Okay. Lock in. Okay. Each stack increases healing received by 4% up to 20 stacks. Why this is so good is because this means every time you take damage and then heal back up, the more you heal, the more you're going to be healing, right? So that's huge because remember, you get bloodshed stacks for also healing, right? So this over time is going to be huge and make her kind of unkillable. I'm pretty sure one of her best teams is with Lingluo, but correct me if I'm wrong. Now, ultimate form takes on the ultimate form gains and could only use Purge Day. Loses increasing stacks of bloodshed at the end of each turn. Turn 1, 2 stack, turn 2, 4 stack, turn 3, 8 stacks, loses 16 stacks of bloodshed every turn afterward. But remember, she could do a lot of healing and probably take a lot of damage. When there are no bloodshed stacks left, exits the ultimate form. Now, what does ultimate form do? Do we know? Oh, wait, it says she could only use what? Only use Purge Day, which is this. Now, Tiamat unleashes Purifying Flames to incinerate enemies, dealing damage equal to 15% of her max HP to all enemies. Okay. Yeah, that should be pretty decent. Adding additional true damage. Okay. Equal to 13% of her current HP and recovering HP equal to 20% of damage dealt. So you're going to take damage, full heal, probably take damage, heal, take damage, heal. So I feel like you're at least doing this for 4 turns, but it's possible that like you last more than 4 turns in this. But since this is AoE, her damage is going to be crazy. But then why not make her better? Skill 2. I think this is just AoE. Yeah, AoE. 25% consumed HP, which means she should get about basically 2 stacks of bloodshed. And she's gonna apply a 2-turn healing over time and shield to all allies. Healing over time recovers 15% of max HP. That is huge. Now, shield absorbs, well, obviously, I mean, I don't even need to explain shield. Now, for every 1 stack of bloodshed Tiamat has, the shield amount increases by 5%. Okay. So if you're using this, wait, how do we, okay, wait, I'm so confused. Hold on. How do we activate ultimate form? Oh, when bloodshed reaches 8 stacks, enters ultimate form. Okay, my bad. So, yeah, this is going to be an insane shield. With the heal, bro, what? Okay. And then her ult, why not? Consumes 30% of HP. Okay. 10% of her HP, all enemies, and a 50% chance to taunt for 1 turn. Is gonna be pretty good. Yeah, definitely gonna be pretty good. And yeah, I mean, damage-wise, she's going to be good. She heals, put shields, taunts. Pretty unkillable, especially with her HP. Like, what? Is she's the most HP in the game, which is very important for how she works, right? So that's huge. Rahu! Very similar to me to Benimaru. Like this guy a lot. Defense, basically defense. Just off of defense. I think he has one of the highest defense in the game, even by a pretty good margin, too. So, skill 1. Defense minus. Okay. 60% chance to lower defense by 60%. Not bad. Single target. Decent. Skill 2 passive. Rahu's. Alright. Presence. Whoa. Okay. Rahul's presence, a guest's welcome. This is a very odd sentence. At the start of the battle, he gains 3 stacks of wrath. Which, okay. Let's read this first. During battle, if Rahu is able to take action, for every 4 actions by allied animuses, he gains 1 stack of wrath. Okay, so he starts with 3, gets 1 stack every 4 actions. Additionally, if other allied animuses don't use attack skills during their turn, he has a 60% chance to gain 1 stack of wrath. Buff, basically. Okay, interesting. Now, wrath. Each stack gives him 4% defense, up to 12 stacks, 48% defense increase. This cannot be dispelled. After other allies launch an attack, 50% chance to assist them, consuming 1 stack of wrath. And I think it will actually activate the defense minus. Transfer 1 debuff from the ally to the target at 4 stacks. Wow. Consumes 1 more stacks of wrath from the assist ally to transfer extra 1 debuff at 6 stacks. For every 4% defense self has above the target's. Wow. Increase the final damage dealt to the basic by 1% at 8 stacks up to 30%. That's actually a really nice follow-up. I do like this a lot, actually. I enjoy follow-ups like this. It's pretty good. Now, he's going to give 2-turn defense plus to all allies, including himself, which is going to make him busted, dealing 360% of his defense to all enemies, considering he's got 48% defense here, and then he's going to have the 60% here, and then he puts defense minus on everyone. He should do a decent amount. And he gets 3 stacks of Wrath. Yeah, I like it. I actually like him a lot. Good follow-up. The debuff cleanse is going to be pretty nice. And his follow-ups should be doing decent damage. So I'd say he's definitely pretty good. Now, Lily. Never looked at her kit. One of the only ones, if we're being honest. So what does Lily do? Okay, single target. 50% chance to boost both her and lowest turn meter allies. 20% turn meter. And allies with Twin Trick have a 100% chance to assist in battle. So Twin Trick. After every Lily's action, increases the effect holder's turn meter by 30%. That's pretty good. Lily can only apply this effect to one target other than herself, and this effect is removed if Lily dies. Now, assist. When an ally gets hit by an active attack, follows up on the main target with a basic attack. Okay, that's interesting. I'm not like, I don't think I'm the craziest on this, but could be decent. Now, skill 2. It applies Twin Trick to the target ally, then gives everyone a speed boost. And then if the target already has Twin Trick, instead applies 3 turns of crit damage and immediately starts the next turn. Okay. That's pretty good. I think this is in place of this. So it's like it gives speed and then it's either Twin Trick or crit damage. Crit damage for 50% is interesting. And I like that you could choose, right? You could choose like, okay, either you could put it on another ally, get rid of the fucking, what's it called? I guess the Twin Trick. Or not even get rid of it. Just like see if they want the crit damage or choose someone else, right? Huh, interesting. Okay. I do think this is actually going to let her be in a lot more team comps than without, for sure. Because like there's a lot of units that we saw some units that do rely on crit. I mean, literally Heinrich, right, does like crit. So keep that in mind. Now, AoE ult, 55% chance to extend all skill cooldowns by 1 turn. Ooh, okay. And immediately resets all skill cooldowns for all allies with Twin Trick. Which is just 1, no? Yeah. What? Okay. Interesting. But lowering skill cooldown is going to make it interesting. Yeah, no. She's actually going to be... oh, wow. So, I do enjoy it. I do enjoy it, yeah. Because every time she attacks, the person with Twin Trick is going to get another 30% turn meter. And then the person with Twin Trick, if you like support them again with the buff on the skill 2, gets crit damage alongside the speed while still having Twin Trick. So the speed's going to be huge because they're already going to be getting more turn meter. And then the crit damage, if it is a DPS, is going to be huge. And if you don't care for that, you could start supporting another unit or just keep on going for it because they're still going to get the speed boost, but now they're just going to also get the crit damage and they already have Twin Trick. So that's going to be good, and the ult is going to be very fucking good because you also reduce the skill cooldown. So she's going to get a lot of usability with this now and in the future because just lowering skill cooldown completely is going to be fucking insane. Now, just on Heinrich, this is what I kind of meant, right? Because I was like, okay, it's insane. You can literally go back into the Heinrich part. I'm like, okay, someone lowering skill cooldown. I swear I did not read Lily's kit. But if you go back, like Heinrich, he wants to kind of get this ult twice. And with Lily, you could make it happen, right? You could easily make it happen. You could ult, put the block, and if you get lucky, GG. Then you use the skill 2, and then you reset the cooldown. You could use the ult again. And by that point, everyone should have a couple of last words if you are lucky. And then re-go for the skill 2. And he's going to be doing some decent damage because every last word is another 30% crit damage. So Lily and Heinrich, and considering she gives crit damage and she lowers cooldown, Heinrich and Lily seem to be a pretty good combo. I do enjoy that. I'm going to enjoy Lily and Heinrich together. Now, Beyontin, how does she work? Stats, interesting speed. What was Lily at? Oh, wow. She's going to... Oh, wow. Okay. Jesus Christ. So... 240% single target, increasing turn meter of the ally with the lowest turn meter by 25. Okay, good. Because you could choose to use this whenever, right? And I mean, sometimes you'll be forced to use it. So, you know, there is that. Now, skill 2. One allied animus immediately start their next turn and reduce their animus skill cooldown by 2 turns. 2 turn skill cooldown is very good. Now, is this random? I guess it is. Yeah, I guess it is. Can be used on fallen allies to summon their spirits to immediately start their next turn and reduce their skill cooldown by 1 turn. Jesus Christ. If Beyontin has Underworld Flower, she consumes 1 stack of the buff to revive them with 50% of their max HP. Otherwise, bye-bye. Underworld Flower, each stack decreases damage taken by an additional 5%. After taking action for every 1 fallen ally. Hold on. So, okay, let's restart this. After taking action, for every 1 fallen ally, consume 1 stack of Underworld to revive them, recovers 40% of max HP, so they start at 40%, and increase their 35% turn meter, can stack up to 5 times, can be dispelled, but cannot be stolen. Now, skill 3, hope not, Jesus Christ. Thank God it can't be stolen. Now, the ult is an AoE, attack and crit damage increase, huge, and then 2 stacks of Underworld Flower to be able to revive. Yeah, she's going to be a reviver. Holy. Yeah, that's fire. That is fire. As good as Beyontin is, one thing I do want to see is Lingluo. Honestly, I know she's good. I'm going to appreciate her kit, so let's read it. Skill 1. Oh, so she got changed. All right, interesting. 240% single target for just damage. Heals the 2 allies with the lowest HP percentage for 15% of their max HP. Pretty good. If this was her max HP, this would have been busted. Now, Rockstar. Before each healing, this is her passive. Before each healing, has a 65% chance to purify 1 debuff from the target. Okay, that's really good. That is really good. If the target has no debuffs, has a 65% chance to apply a 2-turn Whale Prayer. When the turn starts, recover 5% of max HP up to 5 stacks. Holy fuck. Okay, the one thing is, I don't see Whale Prayer anywhere else on the kit. So this is 2 turns, which does mean it got buffed a bit. Not that much, but still. The thing is, it's not like you're gonna get to 5 stacks, but still. Oh wait, no. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. It's definitely like I mean, it could be good. I just don't see you getting to 5, but still, very good. Very, very good. Skill 2, Tides Rise. Lingluo first heals all allies for 16% of their max HP and extends all allies' buffs by 1 turn. For what? The fuck? So random. Target allies receive an additional... Oh, it's a skill. It is a skill. Okay. Thought it was a passive. What is this? I'm so confused. They put this as a passive, but it's a skill. Interesting. Target allies receive an additional heal for 20% of their max HP. So everyone gets 16%, and then target another 20 and extends buffs. This buff extension is huge. I'm not gonna lie, extending buffs is very good. For example, it's a very good counter to Heinrich. Like if there's someone you need to keep alive at all costs, you extend the buff by 1 turn and he can't apply his debuff, because he needs to, like, he only gets to apply his debuff when there's no buff on the enemy to remove. Keep that in mind. Now then, skill 3. So immunity. Cannot receive any debuff effects, cooldown increase, or turn meter reduction. So that's an AoE 1-turn immunity. Heals all allies 2 times for 14% of their max HP each time. Huge. For each buff the target has, the healing effect is increased by 20%, sorry, up to 60. This heal is going to be very good. I could see why she's good. I thought she had a revive, but she doesn't. But her heal with the immunity is going to be a very strong ult. Now, I will say the skill 2 does throw me off a bit, but it's not bad. Like, as a healer, you're going to definitely need a healer. And if you get your hands on Lingluo, I think you should be very happy. Like, her heals are going to be definitely very good, because it's not like these games end in 1 turn. Lingluo is going to be great. Now, Veronika, that's a good design. That is a good design. So, how does she work? Single target attack minus, 40% chance, and broken branch. After Veronika is attacked, she gains 35% turn meter, triggering a maximum of 1 time per turn. So essentially, very good to put when there's AoEs, right? If there's AoEs, she's a good pick and ban. Pick is what I'm understanding. Now, removes HP equal to 13%. This is an AoE shield. Removes HP equal to 13% of Veronika's max HP from all enemies. Just removes. Holy fuck. Okay. What the fuck? Am I understanding correctly? This is insane. This is really good. That applies a 2-turn shield equal to 24% of her max HP to all allies. This shield is actually really good, if we're being honest. 24% of her HP. It's 2 turns. This could be decent. I do like it. This part intrigues me, though. I like it. Like, this should go through shields, too, no? Am I wrong? Like, this is nice. But it kind of serves no point if Well, they have shields and then they heal up, you know? That's the thing. That's my one thing. Like, if you're a Helkid Lingluo combo, like, Helkid puts the shield while you remove their HP, and then, oh, Lingluo healed. Great. So we'll have to see how much this does. But I can see it being pretty good. Now, alt. Cycle of Death and Rebirth made withered flowers bloom in you. Veronika deals 420% damage to a single enemy with an 80% chance to seal all their buffs. Oh my. So she's going to be good with Heinrich. Okay. That has a 50% chance to spread all her buffs to all allies. Probability calculated separately for each buff. Thank God. And apply a 1-turn Soul Ward. Soul Ward HP will not fall below 1 point. So you cannot die for 1 turn. You are unkillable. Well, unless it gets removed, I guess. But this is insane. Yeah, no, Veronika, oh my God. Okay. So you steal their buffs, 80% chance. Very good with Heinrich. And then 50% chance to spread the buffs to allies. So, yeah, she's going to be fucking crazy. Okay. Yeah, all these units are so good. Like, the meta is insane. For pick and ban, this is going to be really good. Like, being able to think of so many different ways this works and doesn't work is really fucking good. I do like this a lot. Like, for example, I don't know if she'd be the best for someone like Freya, but then for someone like Heinrich, like I said, she's going to work really good. And then... who else? Like, I'm trying to think. I think against Helkid, like, Helkid is going to be a good counter pick. Having the shield is decent. I mean, Lingluo is going to be pretty good, too, for that. Now, the only thing is, because she always steal buffs, that's my thing. If she can, then that's crazy, right? That is pretty crazy. Yeah, she's good. Like her. Now, Sania, she is a healer. So this is going to be increasing her own turn meter by 30%. So she's going to get her next turn quicker. 0 cooldown. Skill 2, passive. Sania stores the power of creation. At the end of the turn, she heals 2 allies with the lowest HP percentage by 16% of her max HP and purifies 1 debuff on them. This is huge. This is huge. Actually, yeah, no, that's big. That's big. Having the heal with the purification, what doesn't Lingluo have that too, though? Well, she has immunity. It's a bit different. It is a bit different. My bad. Now, her healing effect increases by 0.8% for every 1% HP she loses, which is also really good. Because this would also, like, count for her, the heal. So if she gets lower, she's going to heal herself more. It's pretty good. That is actually nice. And then she gets more turn get meter, right, than most. So she's actually going to be getting her turn quicker. Low speed, but still, because of this turn meter, it doesn't matter. That's good. It only matters turn 1, essentially. Sania prays for blessing upon her teammates and applies 1 stack of all-powerful protection. So increases their max HP by 20%, up to 2 stacks, cannot be dispelled. And recovers 20% max HP for an ally. Single target, I guess. Oh, it's an ally. Okay, so this is single target. Okay. I'm so confused. Is it or not? It's very interesting wording. But even single target, it's good. Now, this skill can revive a fallen target with the cost of an additional 2-turn cooldown, which is more than worth it. If you do use this cooldown, well, you'll be fine. If, who was it? Was it Beyontin? Oh, fuck. I'm forgetting already. I'm forgetting. No, it was not. It was Lily. Sorry. Lily completely lowers the cooldown. Yeah. So Lily and Sania could be really good. Also, the main reason, because Lily also increases the turn meter, right? With her skill 1 with a pretty decent chance and speed, which is going to let Sania heal more often, purify debuffs more often, and also with the cooldown like completely gone, you could use this again. And then apply another all-powerful protection if you want. And wouldn't this also be really good with Tiamat? Would this not? Like, hold on. Tiamat. So, remember, her damage is based off her max HP. And true damage based off her current HP. So, you're going to heal Tiamat. And then also, max HP, remember. Max HP. Increases max HP by 20%. So, if you do this twice, alongside a Lily, Tiamat's going to be fucking crazy. So, yeah, this Sania SR, the only SR we talked about, still very good. So, yeah. That's all the units that we're going to talk about. I think I missed a couple. like SSR Sania, right? This is a dot unit. We did not talk about a real Mocha. We did not talk about Mia. Who else? Lilith, we didn't talk about. Kloss, we didn't. Chloros. Hoyen, we didn't really talk about, I don't think. Besides that, it was Silence. Like, we missed a couple. Oh, and Leon. I don't know if I mentioned her. And then, of course, all the other SRs. But yeah, no, I did want to kind of give you guys a good grasp from what I saw were the good PvP units. Probably missed one or two. But overall, like with how long this video is, do I really care? Nah. Anyway, who do you plan to go for? Who do you think is really good? Who do you think maybe I'm overvaluing, undervaluing? Who do you think is just fucking god of the game? Besides Tiamat, obviously. Let me know down below. Like the video. And of course, if you are new or for some reason don't even realize it and you aren't subscribed, well, hit the subscribe button and turn on notifs for all new videos for Etheria Restart. Thank you for watching this video. Have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.